Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm gonna be making a Mandela-ish type video today. A very important subscriber to me has made a recommendation, and I'm not very big on name dropping, but I'll probably pin the comment that this individual leaves to the top. So if any of you look deep enough, I'm sure you'll find out who it is. But it's a subscriber that I respect very much. It's someone that when they speak and they leave messages for me, it resonates very deeply with me. And this person's this person's thoughts couldn't mean more, So this is for you, and I'm gonna be diving into parallel universes or realities, which maybe some of you have maybe wanted to know if I what I thought about this before, maybe, and I've never made a video on it, and I don't know very much, but I can give my 2 cents, and that's what I'm basically going to do today is put in my 2 cents. And if there's any new subscribers or anybody new to the channel, I'm not trying to base any of this on fact. I'm not trying to tell you what it is. I'm not trying to say it must be this. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I will touch on all that as I go through this video. I try to rationalize things. I'm not very big in conspiracy theories. I'm a very much a fact-based person. I don't have very much faith in very many things. But I if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna try to find it. If there's a better way of doing things I'm gonna seek it out. If I'm wrong, I can admit it. I try to constantly evolve and to change and be a better person than I was yesterday. And and just to let you know where my point of view is coming from. That doesn't mean that I don't think Jesus Christ walked this earth. It doesn't mean that I think dinosaurs are a hoax. Okay, so don't throw me under the bus. Don't try to say Christian, atheist, whatever. Let's just not go that route. But I'm going to be looking down, checking some notes that I have because, let's face it, this is a subject that you can't really eyeball these things. You got to kind of aim where you're going to go. So let's go ahead and try to get started. With the Mandela effect, to me, it seems very much like a fact. Okay, it's like my memory was awesome. You know, um, with whatever it is I dove into. I was able to retain knowledge, memories, quotes, certain specifics. Fairly easy. So when the Mandela effect happened, it basically said, "Hey, guess what? You're a dumbass now," and that's just not really going to fly, you know. So when when I saw a lot of the theories, which all of you can't say anything's for fact. We all have a theory as to why or what this is, and I do know that shifting through realities and the merging of a parallel world universe is a very big theory also. I was actually on a Moneybags 73 chat this evening or this past evening, um, and he's very much a big believer in the merging of realities and moving on to a different reality and stuff. So, and just for the record, I apologize if you hear any outside sources of interference. There is a rooster outside that apparently I can't get to shut up. So please bear with me, and if you can hear it, I'm sorry. I live in Texas, and it sounds horrible that I got a rooster outside the house. But anyway, um, hopefully I destroy some of the Texas stupidity and cowboy hillbilly thing. There are some of us that don't sound like Hicks, and there's some of us that are pretty knowledgeable about various things, and not all of us wear Wranglers and belt buckles and have a gut hanging over, and you know, some of us are pretty normal, like, well, not normal, but not the cliche. But anyway, um, let me start in with CERN, supercomputers, quantum computing. Um, that's very much where I believe the Mandela effect has started for me anyway. That's what I believe. I believe that it has to do with nanotechnology and artificial intelligence. That's what I've been sticking by, and that's what I'm gonna keep standing by. That's what makes the most sense to me. However, CERN and its scientists have made it pretty clear that they're trying to rip space and time, the fabric of space and time. They're trying to rip into it and see what's like on the other side. Now, I guess the question here is, if they've succeeded, what have they done with that, and what have they done with this discovery? Um, Now, I almost feel like, you know, when it comes to the theory that we all died in 2012, um, and then we were saved in a sense so that humanity can go on, I think this is where maybe some of this shift happens, because I think a lot of you know that there's a lot of changes. 2012 is the year. That's where a lot of this started to spawn. When it came to movies or Google searches, people searched a certain thing for a certain time, and in 2012 it changed. I know that there's theories that people they've been watching the world change for 35 years. Um, this is what I saw when I astral projected. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that just dreaming? Isn't that what astral projecting is? Right? That's just dreaming, like, with control. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all now. If that's what you believe, I'm sorry. You're not gonna get a really good response out of me. I'm not really good with the whole. This is what I dreamt. The only person I believe that had a dream is Martin Luther King. Anything short of that, uh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't put my eggs into a basket of what some guy had in a dream, or woman for that matter, whomever. So, anyway, all I'm saying is that 2012 is the year. Um, so, like I said, I lean towards a technology that CERN and what they're up to is responsible. Now, I believe for me, I guess it's more. I guess it's easier for me to wrap my head around nanotechnology. I've actually been keeping up with that for years, way before I ever knew what the Mandela effect was. I don't know if any of you seen this like spray they can put on like boots and cars and houses and stuff, and like rain and like grease and oil, like nothing sticks to it. That's the first one of the first times I was ever introduced to what nanotechnology was. I started looking into it, figuring out how they do this. It looks like magic, just crazy stuff. But that was a very physical aspect of it, and that's why you know and like I said, maybe it's easier for me to wrap my head because I'm already partial to that subject, maybe. But like I said, don't hold me to any of this. I'm not saying that this is what it is for certain, or it's got to be this. I'm not saying that one bit. I'm just saying where I come from. Um, Now, like I tried to say earlier, that CERN has openly said they're trying to find another plane. They're trying to find, I guess, parallels. And from what I understand, it sounds like they have, in a sense, that they have found something. Okay, and of course, it's not some publication of anything. We're saying, we found another us, or another version of us. But even if they did, I still would have to blame artificial intelligence, because that's basically what's running these supercomputers and quantum computers. It's not some genius guy sitting back putting in computer code. It's a computer thinking for itself. Now, that is a fact. Okay. I would suggest diving into that subject also, instead of just, if you're one of the people that just oh, it's an alternate reality, it's a parallel reality, universe, whatever. I would look into I think it all can be connected. And if you've seen any of my other videos, months back, I've shown how religion, or the belief behind, the end times, it can literally be all tied together. Okay, but I'm not gonna get into that part. um, you know there's a part of this that really made some sense to me. I think that if they have found a parallel universe or alternate realities, I kind of think about it because, we all have a vibration. We all conduct electricity. We're made up of electricity, of energy, and keep in mind the vibration thing, okay? And I don't know, it's because, I was a musician years ago, but, you know, like the ringing that we hear in our ears, and I'm one of them. I didn't really realize it was some epidemic until, all this started happening, and realized that other people were going through it too. But, um, it's kind of like if there was an alternate individual. I'm just going to say me in this situation. It could be you, whatever. But let's just say in this alternate reality or parallel that there's another me. Let's say they've opened up, CERN being they've opened up this door or window to the other me, or to where there's the duplicate of all of us there. Think about it like instruments harmonizing. If we all have a vibration, there's a good chance that my other me shares the same vibration in some degree or another. And when you have two instruments near each other that are on the same note, flat, whatever, I was a percussionist, by the way, so you're not really going to get me speaking too well about A flats and everything. But when you're carrying the same note, they tend to harmonize, and you get this weird sense of vibration. So I just kind of feel like maybe, like, going on this theory now, maybe the ringing in our ears is us having a direct path to our second, third, fourth, fifth other self. I just threw third, fourth, and fifth just to throw it in there, but let's just say two for right now. My other self, that we'd have a similar vibration, and that would be like a harmonizing energy. Okay. um, but on the other hand, think about things like walkie talkies. When you put two walkie talkies near each other, or certain things give off a feedback, like two walkie talkies, um, or when you get like two microphones near each other, you get this, you get this feedback. So, in a sense, with harmonizing, with feedback, these energies are merging. Okay, it's a certain sort of merge that these two things are creating together. And I know all of us experienced it. I know none of us are like top singers, or, at least not that I know of, but every now and again, you might sing your favorite song, and when you hit like that really good, car, restroom, shower, whatever, but every now and again, we'll hit a note just like Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers when we're singing Under the Bridge. We'll get really close to the way he sings, and it makes like a funny sound. Well, that sound is harmonizing. So, but at the same time, what if it's not a harmony that happens, and it's a feedback? and it becomes almost, you know, a cringe, chalk, or fingernails on a chalkboard, you know. So I guess my point is that if there is a parallel, the transition could vary from either something that's very conducive, which this could be the people that don't see things, or this could be the people that don't realize things have changed, don't realize there's something going on. Maybe they had a harmonious merge. Now, what if the people that are hearing the feedback, what if we are the ones that are getting the feedback? Which isn't very harmonious. If you've ever heard microphones and walkie-talkies near each other, that's not very harmonious. It sounds almost like ringing in your ear. Am I right? So, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it is this, but this is my theory on that. How it affects us, maybe. And like I said, I'm trying to wrap my head around a theory that's really not my own. But if I were to make it my own, this is probably the sense that I would make. It's what makes the most sense to me. Okay? And not trying to directly link it to the Mandela effect, but linking it to all the other things and changes that aren't necessarily, Kellogg cereal or whatever the Mandela effect of the week happens to be. Okay? I mean, the bigger changes within our body, within our head, within the society, you know. So I don't know. So I mean, let me know what you guys think about that theory. Is it harmonious changes? Is it a feedback change? And like I said, I think it can vary. And what if we're the ones that are getting the negative feedback from a parallel you, or me? Because I mean, there's a good chance the other me hopefully did better in life than I did, or maybe didn't make the same mistakes. Maybe it was the same person. Maybe, or maybe even worse for that matter. I had a video about dreams, and it was it was me running from horrible crimes and doing horrible things, and it was a rough, like, continuous dream cycle that lasted for months. And it was horrible. So I mean, who knows? Maybe the other me is like shittier. You know. I'm just saying. So I don't know. I hope I haven't lost everyone. I hope you can see this picture that I'm trying to paint here. So if there is a parallel, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gone smooth or it's gone correct or it's happening the way they want it to. You know. So. So anyway, not to draw it out too much. Finally, I'm not, like I said, please don't say this is the way it has to be, or you're totally wrong or totally right, or it doesn't have to be either one or the other. I just want to hear what a lot of you have to think, or have thoughts about this, what you guys think, and let me hear it. Because honestly, I haven't been able to put out I felt like a Mandela effect video that has any moral fiber, and this one feels like it's chocked full of it. So I like to know what some of you guys think. Like I said, you can think within the theory. It may not be what you believe, but entertain the theory. And that's what I'm basically doing, is how I would wrap my head around that theory. So so anyway, that's going to be pretty much it for me in this video. I want to tell everybody that I appreciate all of you. I thank all of you. I'm probably going to eke out maybe another one or two videos. I don't know how fast they're going to come up, but within the next 24 hours, I'll have probably 3 new videos. I don't think one of them is not going to be very Mandela effect related. But however, I want to thank everyone. I appreciate everyone. So many of you have shown so much love to me in my absence that it's made me feel overwhelmed. It made me feel so much better. Even when you saw me last, I was looking kind of rough. I have, I've been putting myself back together, and I want to sincerely. I hope that y'all are all still watching. 'Cause I would hate for this not to be heard by important people. But sincerely, a lot of you guys gave me kind of that kick in the ass I needed a little bit to, like, you know what, just put yourself together, present yourself the way that you feel most comfortable, show them who you are, show them, remind them why they're here. And I want to say thank you, that I wouldn't clean myself up. I shaved. I put my nose ring back in. Even that was missing for a while. I got sick about a week ago, and my hair is kind of a little fluffy. But I don't know what I'm on. I don't know. I'm just trying to piece it all back together. So anyway, I just want to thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. And if there's anything that any of you ever do every single day, stay strong. All right, we got to, right? Please stay at it. I am.